Welcome back here to Wildcat Arena at Jill Pruden Court as we are about to have our national anthem here. And we have the Oak Ridge JROTC class that is going to be, some of the cadets will be presenting the colors here as they are standing at half court. And we are about to have our national anthem played as an announcement is being made, and we will have the starters shortly after that. And that was our national anthem presented there by our JROTC color guard for the Oak Ridge High School. Also want to give a quick shout out to Nicholas Suttles. Nick is joining us up here in the booth, helping us out with camera for a little bit. We are, the legend of Oak Ridge, the running legend of Oak Ridge, Nicholas Suttles. So glad he's up here. We are about to have the starting lineups here. My name is James Branson. I am joined by Josh Frazier. I think I got it right that time.
Yes, you definitely got it right that time. We're good.
David Clary is back at the booth helping us out in programming for tonight. He is directing for us as we are having the starting lineups here for the Cleveland Lady Blue Raiders. Number 3, Addison Hurst will be a starter for them, as well as Jaden Lee, number 11. Number 5, Paige Moody, another starter for the Lady Blue Raiders. Number 20, Mila Williams, and number 23, Micaiah Westfield will be their other starter. For the Lady Wildcats tonight, who come in trying to improve on the season, off to a little bit of a rough start here as we have had a little bit of shifting in our lineups from time to time, but it seems like we're getting our starters really settled and tuned in here. As the first starter for tonight is number 3, Demetria Strickland, followed by number 10, Ayana Porter. Number 12, Lindsay Cleveland is another starter for the Lady Wildcats. Number 24, Cannon Green. And the last starter for the Lady Wildcats, number 34, Jenna Johnson. Josh, I don't know if you know much about these Lady Wildcats or have had a chance to see many of them, but we got a really young group here, a lot of sophomores and some juniors that'll play a lot here. Cannon Green is the main contributor from our senior class.
Well, you're right. I haven't got to see a whole lot of the games this season, but one thing I do want to point out is that they are coming off back-to-back wins against rivals Powell and Central. And, when you're on a 2-game streak like that, that could bring some gelling, if you will, to the team and some momentum into this third game, and hopefully they can keep it going.
And, those two, you mentioned Powell and Central, those two are big district games. for the Lady Wildcats. Big to get wins in those games. Coming out of the district here a little bit as we're playing Cleveland here tonight. So a non-district opponent, but we're about to have tip-off here. As we do, Jenna Johnson wins the tip for the Lady Wildcats, and they get the ball quickly to Demetria Strickland. We have 7:50 here in the first quarter. She hands it off to Cannon Green. Cannon works to the top of the key, gets it to Lindsey Cleveland, tries to drive the lane, loses her hand a little bit, but gets it out to Demetria Strickland. Backs it down and says, let's calm down, everybody. She works her way in, hands it off to Cannon. Cannon drives in, but double dribbles. It's going to be a turnover for the Lady Wildcats. A little bit of a hesitation there on that first possession.
Yeah, it looks like they were just kind of getting their feet wet and trying to get settled, and the nerves may have gotten them going a little bit too fast and ended up in a turnover for the Lady Wildcats.
Cleveland comes up the court pretty quickly as they have Tyra Turner with the ball right now. She's working into the lane. She gets in the lane, kicks it back out. It goes to, I believe, Williams there for the Lady Raiders. They kick it all the way around to Moody for three, but it's off the rim. Rebound there by Cleveland, and the bucket is good by Jaden Lee. The Lady Wildcats come racing back up the court here with Ayana Porter. She works it to Demetria Strickland. Porter in the corner for three of her own, no good. Rebound goes to the Lady Blue Raiders. It will be, I believe, Lee with the ball. I'm sorry, that is not Lee. That is Hurst with the ball, Lauren Hurst. And she is working it around, looking for somebody to pass it to. She passes it to Williams. Williams dribbles around the key, gets it off to Tanner. Tyra Tanner backs it off toward midcourt. We have 6:30 left in the first quarter here. 2-0 is our score. The Lady Raiders are leading. They work it into the lane here, kick it back out, trying to really drive and penetrate in, but not able to against the lengthy Oak Ridge team. And Jenna Johnson commits a foul there on the shot. It is 6:15 in the first quarter here. 2-0, Cleveland leads.
I will say it does look like they're playing some good defense over here by the Lady Wildcats. They're not getting any easy shots over here for sure. So if they can just calm down, get their feet settled in, and get some good quality shots up on the other end, we've got a tie game or Wildcats in the lead even.
Lee makes the first of her two, but misses the second. That makes it a 3-0 lead. Demetria Strickland works back across half court over to Cannon Green. Cannon looking to pass it to Porter. She does. She backs it around the key, tries to drive into the lane, but kicks it back out to Lindsey Cleveland. Lindsey Cleveland, nice little lob pass to Jenna Johnson, back out to Porter. Porter there drives baseline, kicks it back out to Johnson for three, no good. Tries to get her own rebound, but is not able to come up with it. Quick pass out to Tanner for the Lady Raiders, but she goes up for the layup, but apparently got fouled. I don't know if I agree with that one necessarily there. It looks just like she was off balance and couldn't make the shot.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there wasn't really a foul there. I feel like the ref was maybe just tried to cover himself on that one.
Tanner is at the line for her first free throw. That makes it 4-0 for the Lady Blue Raiders out of Cleveland with 5:46 left in the first quarter here. Also want to thank Ethan Eubanks for coming up here and helping us out tonight, as the second shot of Tanner's up, no good, and rebounded by the Lady Raiders. Ball goes out of bounds on Oak Ridge. Lady Raiders have it underneath the basket, working it in. They get it in there to Hurst. Hurst shot up, no good. Gets a rebound, shot up, no good. And they're really not able to control the ball, and Lindsey Cleveland ends up coming away with it. Cleveland at half court, into the lane, side steps, goes in, good! First 2 points for the Lady Wildcats go to Lindsey Cleveland. 4-2 is our score here with 5:20 left in the first quarter. Tanner works it up the court to for Cleveland, but picked off there by Ayana Porter. Ayana Porter comes up quick, back to Lindsey Cleveland under the baseline, nearly walks with it, and they will call a blocking foul there on Tanner. I believe that will be her first foul, the first for the team. So it will be an inbound on the baseline here. We have Demetria Strickland trying to pass it in. She works it in, but it is tipped. Lindsey Cleveland is able to chase it down past half court, brings it back across. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Cleveland leads 4-2. Demetria Strickland working the ball at the top of the key there. Gets it over to Cleveland. Cleveland surveys the offense and tries to probe, drive into the lane, kicks it around to Porter. Porter gets into the lane there, but decides to back it back out, gets it to Cleveland. Cleveland works baseline, has nearly steps out of bounds, but it's going to be a tip pass there by Jaden Lee, ball to the Lady Wildcats.
It looks like they're trying to get inside. They're trying to get some shots close to the basket. That way, maybe it'll actually be able to open up those threes that they were trying to shoot earlier.
Patience, I think, is the word that you're looking for there, Josh, and I would 100% agree as Porter drives into the lane. Throws a shot up off the glass, no good. Going to be rebounded by Lauren Hurst for the Lady Blue Raiders. 4:30 left in the first quarter, 4-2. The Blue Raiders lead here at Wildcat Arena. Hurst tries to drive it into the lane. Williams tries to drive into the lane. Shot is up, no good, but yet another foul going to be called here on the Lady Wildcats. And I believe that will be the third team foul. This one is going to be on Jenna Johnson.
Yeah, so far it looks like a lot of fouls been called so far on this end. If the Lady Wildcats can cut that down, start driving into the paint on their end, maybe making them work for it, get those easy high percentage shots on their end, we could be in a tie game right now.
Williams missed her first, but made the second of her 2 free throws there as the Lady Wildcats now trail 5-2 by the Blue Raiders. Zayana Stewart checks into the game for the Lady Wildcats, and she gets it to Demetria Strickland, who gets it to Porter. Porter is looking. It looks like we got a 3-2 zone here for the defense of the Lady Raiders as Demetria Strickland tries to probe around, see if she can get in there, but gets it around. Working for those threes, as Josh mentioned before. Cannon Green has it, and it's going to be a tip pass there by Tanner. Tanner tries to race up court and covers the ball, and it looks like it will be a jump ball. Possession arrow will be to the Lady Blue Raiders. Credit Tanner there, Tyra Tanner, with the hustle play.
Yeah, absolutely. They're fighting, but that Lady Blue Raider team is definitely putting up a good show on the defensive end over here and trying to get those turnovers.
You're absolutely right. As Lee has it, she kicks it around the horn to, I believe that is Moody for a 3. No good. Going to be rebounded by the Lady Wildcats. 3:30 left in the first quarter. Zayana Stewart tries driving the lane. Throws it off the glass and good. Nice little Euro step there and a key basket to pull the Lady Wildcats to within 1. 5-4 is the lead for the Blue Raiders.
Absolutely. That was beautiful, picture perfect. Now, if they can keep that momentum going, things will start to swing back their way in this quarter of the game.
Zayana Stewart with her 87th point on the year for the Lady Wildcats. Make it 88. I was incorrect as she ties the game 5-5. 3:31 left here in the first quarter from Wildcat Arena between the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats and the Cleveland Lady Blue Raiders. They have the ball, a little bit of one-man pressure here by the Lady Wildcats and eventually trying to work a trap in, but Cleveland gets it across the court, gets it inside to the lane, kicks it back out to Tyra Tanner for 3, no good. Rebound to the Lady Blue Raiders, and that is going to be good, 7-5. But quickly back up the court come the Lady Wildcats. Ayana Porter into the lane, 7-7. This is the pace that the Lady Wildcats want to play at, up and down.
Absolutely. Fast break is the name of the game. And that can really swing things in your favor when you transition well and you get those fast break points. And now it's even turned into another turnover in the Lady Wildcats' favor. Let's see what they can do here.
Ayana Porter stepped in front of that one, got it up court quickly to Lindsey Cleveland, who handed it off to Zayana Stewart. Another long rebound shot, no good. 2:38 left in the first quarter. As the Lady Raiders throw one up off the glass, that would be Hurst, Addison Hurst there. Shot was no good. Another foul on the Lady Wildcats. That will be the 4th team foul. So Lady Wildcats in a little bit of foul trouble here about halfway through as the first shot by Addison Hurst is missed.
Yeah, they've really got to cut down on these fouls. It seems like every time the Lady Blue Raiders come back over to this end, they're getting free shots at the basket, so they got to do something to cut that down.
Addison Hurst makes the second of her 2, makes the score 8-7 as the ball's tipped out of bounds. The Lady Wildcats trying to work it up court quickly. 2:33 left in the first quarter here. Lindsey Cleveland works it into Demetria Strickland. Demetria has Addison Hurst all over, but he's able to shake her, gets in the lane, kicks it out to Cannon Green, who drives baseline. Tries to look out, gets a little bit of trap there. Tip pass, but Demetria Strickland comes away with it as she goes into the lane. It's taken away. Blue Raiders come back up the court quickly. Shot missed there by Williams. No good. Going to be taken by Lindsey Cleveland. Lindsey gets it to Zayana Stewart. Steps around. Shot up and good. Zayana Stewart in the lane. And that is the first lead here for the Lady Wildcats. 9-8 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Take away quickly there by Ayana Porter. Ayana works in the lane. Hands it off to Lindsey Cleveland. Shot up off the glass. Good. 11-8, the lead for the Lady Wildcats, and there's those turnovers we talked about.
Absolutely, those turnovers and those transitions into fast break points, they're killers for the defense and absolutely can
Addison Hurst
bring
with
momentum.
Addison Hurst there with the ball, gets it over to Lauren Hurst, I believe, guessing her sister based on the names. They work it to Williams. Williams back into Hurst. Shot up there by number 23, Westfield. No good. Going to be taken by Demetria Strickland. Demetria races coast to coast, steps around. Shot is blocked and going to be taken away by Lauren Hurst. Lauren Hurst gets it to Tyra Tanner. Tyra Tanner shot up, no good. But another foul on a low post shot there by, this time, Ayana Stewart. It will be the team 5th foul. So we cannot keep sending these Lady Blue Raiders to the line. But to their credit, they're making only 1 out of 2 every time.
True, they are making 1 out of 2, but at the same time, that's also 1 free point for the Lady Raiders. And it's still early in the game. It's the first quarter. You really don't want these fouls piling up so early in the game, because by the third quarter, you're going to be in trouble.
Emma Smith subs in for the Lady Blue Raiders there, as Tanner makes both of her shots. 11-10 is the score. 1:08 left in the first quarter. Demetria Strickland has it and works it over to Ayana Porter. Ayana tries to shake around Tanner. She does, but in the process is fouled up near the free throw line. That is only the 3rd team foul on Cleveland here, as Lindsey Cleveland will work it in. She tries to Zayana Stewart, but ends up getting it to Demetria Strickland for 3. Shot no good, and is going to be rebounded there by the Lady Raiders. 54 seconds in the first quarter left. Lady Wildcats lead by 1. Tanner drives into the lane. Shot up and good on a little runner there. It's going to be a 12-11 lead for the Lady Raiders. Ayana Porter comes back up court quickly, gets it to Zayana Stewart. Stewart trying to step around, is not able to. But a charge is going to be called there on Zayana Stewart.
I don't know about that one. I definitely saw a hand to the face down there. I don't think a charge is the right call right there.
Maybe at most you could say an elbow, but it looked more like a blocking foul to me, Josh.
Absolutely. That looks like something that I would see in a football game right there. Not so much a charge, but hands to the face.
30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lady Raiders have it. They work it down into the lane. And that is definitely a charge there by Lauren Hurst. If you're going to have a charge, that's what a charge should look like.
That definitely is a charge. No doubt, no question about it. Now we get to move on to the next play.
I'm not going to say that was a makeup call, because that was pretty blatantly a charge. But Lady Wildcats have it here. Might play for the last shot. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Ayana Porter has it, works it to the side there, drives into the lane, shot up, no good, but is fouled in the process. So a little bit of tit for tat here as we go toward the end of the first quarter, as now all of a sudden it's going to be 5 team fouls on the Lady Raiders. Just a moment ago, we only had 2.
Yeah, they're caught back up, and like I said earlier, by the third quarter, this could be a pretty interesting game. Some easy buckets will be coming later on if this keeps up, but I do want to say the Lady Wildcats, they got those fast break points, and now, like I said, it's a tie game.
Second shot missed, first shot made by Ayana Porter, and the rebound there to the Lady Wildcats. Going to be out of bounds on the possession there, as they are trying to decide. I guess they are going to say Cleveland ball. 12-12 is the score here between the Cleveland Blue Raiders and the Lady Wildcats. 10 seconds left, and now they say it is Oak Ridge ball. Demetria Strickland to work it in. She does to Zayana Stewart. Zayana has 8 seconds left on the clock. Gets it over to Strickland. She's going to take a 3. Shot no good. Going to be rebounded. Long rebound by Cleveland there as they work it up court to Tanner at the buzzer. is good. Lady Wildcats just were not able to get back on defense there quickly and gave up 2 points there. 14-12 is the lead at the end of the first quarter for the Lady Blue Raiders.
Yeah, so far a competitive game. Team fouls are 5-5. They're back up, matching each other, and it seems like maybe the Cleveland Blue Raiders may have picked up on that idea of getting some of those fast break points, especially with that last one there at the end of the quarter.
Josh, you're doing a great job. We're going to take a quick break here to give ourselves a little bit of a break from all these fast break points. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. Back here at Wildcat Arena in Jill Pruden Court, James Branson joined by Josh Frazier and David Clary working as a director for us tonight. Also, Nicholas Suttles in the house and Ethan Eubanks helping with our broadcast tonight as he is doing the camera. Always enthusiastic to have Ethan here as he's examining the play on the court. Very quick first quarter, a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers. It's been an interesting game. You're a little worried here to start. The Lady Wildcats did not get off to a great start right away.
No, they didn't. They definitely had some troubles. They started off trying to shoot threes right off the bat, and I'm a firm believer, drive into the paint, get some easy shots, get that momentum, and get the nerves settled down, and then you can start hitting those threes later on.
Lady Wildcats start with the ball, backdoor pass there by Demetria Strickland to Ayana Porter. They work it around to Cannon Green for three as she nails a three-pointer to take the Lady Wildcats back into the lead, 15-14. 7:37 left in the second quarter here, and the Lady Raiders step out of bounds on a little bit of an errant pass, and it's going to be Lady Wildcat ball. First three-pointer of the night goes to Cannon Green.
Yeah, and it's the second quarter. They've really got their momentum going, and now they're feeling comfortable. Let's see if they can hit some more threes tonight.
Zayana Stewart works in the lane. She kicks it back over to Cannon Green, who drives in the lane, trying to go for an easy two off the glass, and good. 5 points right out of the chute in the second quarter for Cannon Green. 17-14 is the lead with 7:10 left in the second quarter. Lady Raiders coming up court quickly. Good defense there by the Lady Wildcats as Cannon Green steps out to guard the three-pointer of Moody. Moody works it around. I believe that is to Williams. Williams trying to set up the offense, works toward the top of the key, guarded by Porter. She hands it off to Moody there. I'm sorry, that is Addison Hurst. Addison Hurst, entry pass on a shot that is missed by the Lady Raiders and taken away by the Lady Wildcats. Nearly a carry by Demetria Strickland, but is able to get it under control. But an errant pass. Demetria and Zayana just trying to figure out which way to cut there, and the errant pass just went out of bounds.
Yeah, it just looks like a lack of communication right there. Someone went one way, and they were trying to throw it the other way. So,
couple of subs come in there on the break for Cleveland as they are trying to work it up across the court. They eventually do, but it's going to be thrown away to Cannon Green. She has it with 6:30 left in the second quarter here as Ayana Stewart now has it. Tries to get it over to Lindsay Cleveland for three. Shot good, no good, but it's going to be a long rebound to Porter. Porter gets it out to Cleveland. Trying to settle it down, but gets it over to Strickland. Strickland kick out three, no good by Ayana Porter, but a tie-up is going to go. No, they're going to call a reach-in. Instead of a tie-up, they call a reach-in there. I think it should have been a tie-up by the Lady Wildcats, and now we're saying that it is a 1-1 because the Lady Wildcats, I believe, will now have their 7th team foul.
Well, like I said, foul trouble early is going to hurt you later on in the game. We're in the second quarter already. I do agree that should have been a tie-up, but here we are. Lady Raiders are getting a shot at some free points.
Free points that don't come off the missed free throw there. 17-14, still the lead for the Lady Wildcats. Zayana Stewart into the lane, steps around. Shot no good, but she is going to be fouled, and that will be the 6th team foul on the Lady Raiders. Zayana Stewart, the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcat leading scorer so far on the season, to the line. We have 6 minutes and 1 second technically left here in the first half. Zayana Stewart at the line. Zayana's free throw up and good, 18-14. The lead as Lauren Hurst comes in for Emma Smith of the Lady Blue Raiders there. And it's really nice to see Zayana. I don't know if you can see her brace that she has on her ankle there, but may have missed a little practice time this week. So good as her second shot goes through. 19-14, the lead for the Lady Wildcats. Just under 6 minutes here in the first half as Cleveland is facing some pressure from Demetria Strickland, Tanner that is, as she works it around to Moody. Moody trying to work it inside to Tanner, but throws it away. Turnover toward the Lady Wildcats.
So I do want to say, even though it looks like she's got a brace on her ankle, it doesn't look like she's really lost a step. She's playing hard. She's fighting on every possession and trying to score every chance she gets. So
5:35 left here in the second quarter. Ayana Porter of the Lady Wildcats with it, but tip pass, Demetria just not able to come away with it. I think Demetria was looking away as the pass was coming, so it's going to be a turnover there. 19-14, the lead for the Lady Wildcats, who fought back and really had a nice little comeback to end the first quarter there. Just gave up one basket at the very end. Lady Raiders working inside to Moody. Moody's shot is up and good. 19-16 now the lead for the Lady Wildcats. 5:15 left in the first quarter. Pass is going to be deflected off a Lady Wildcat. I believe that was Lindsay Cleveland, and a turnover to the Cleveland Blue Raiders. Tanner faces a little bit of pressure by Strickland and Cleveland and is able to work around it, drive into the lane, pass off there, but is going to be a foul on the shot there by Jaden Lee, and the foul, I believe, is going to be on Cannon Green. That should be the Lady Wildcats' 8th team foul.
I will say the Lady Wildcats have definitely come out on fire in the second quarter. It's 19-16. It was 19-14, and they're doing well, but these fouls are just piling and piling and piling up. I mean, 8 already with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. It's going to be a dangerous game later on.
And credit Jaden Lee there as she makes both of her free throws to bring the lead for the Lady Wildcats down to 19-18. Just under 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Shot up off the glass on a three-point shot by Porter, no good. Rebound, kick out to Cleveland, three-pointer, no good. Long rebound goes to the Lady Blue Raiders. They come up the court with Moody. Moody works it over to Jaden Lee around the three-point line, guarded by Lindsay Cleveland. They work it inside, and an easy basket there by Lauren Hurst of the Blue Raiders as they take a 20-19 lead. 4:30 left in the second quarter here. Demetria Strickland has it and is at the top of the key. Lady Wildcats decide to settle it down just for a moment. Demetria picks up her dribble, hands it off to Porter. Porter over to Cleveland. Trying to get inside that 2-3 zone that they were running a little bit earlier. And now Demetria drives baseline, kicks it around to Cleveland. Cleveland to Porter. Porter, again, stays settled, but gets it over to Demetria Strickland at the wing. Back to the top of the key. Ayana Porter steps around, trying to work it to Bella Boone. Shot no good, but taken away on the rebound there. Porter works it over to Strickland. Shot up off the glass. Good. Great tenacity there by the Lady Wildcats to get 2 points and take a lead 21-20 with 3:40 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was a great possession. Ball movement all over the court. Always looking for the better shot. It got the defense trying to figure out where they were going, and they just couldn't stop them. They did miss, but with that ball movement, just beautiful possession right there.
There's going to be a turnover there by the Lady Blue Raiders, so the Lady Wildcats come up the court. Demetria Strickland has it. She picks up her dribble, hands it off to Cleveland, who tries to drive into the lane, gets into the lane for a little elbow jumper. Good! 23-20, the lead for the Lady Wildcats, as that is 3:10 left in the first half here, and the Lady Wildcats put on a little bit of pressure, but Tanner breaks it. They work it around the key here, and that is Jaden Lee drives in the lane, kicks it out, I believe, to Moody there, guarded by Zayana Stewart. Trying to work it back into Lauren Hurst, and her shot is up and good, but the foul was committed on the floor, so it was going to be a 1-and-1 foul here for another chance for free points, as you said, Josh, and it is going to be Jaden Lee at the line. Her first of 2 free throws is good.
Yeah, those free points are also known as killer points in my book. They'll kill drives, they'll kill momentum, and now we got a 2-point game and still a 2-point game as she misses that second free throw.
23-21, the lead for the Lady Wildcats. Zayana Stewart has it, steps in the lane, gets slashed. No call. Bella Boone on the rebound of the missed shot, no good. And it's going to be coming away with it is the Lady Raiders. Long Hail Mary pass intercepted by Lindsey Cleveland. Sorry about that. Turned into football mode for a second. And Zayana Stewart comes back up the court with it. Zay tries to throw it off the glass, no good. Nearly gets her own rebound, and then it's going to be Jaden Lee coming away with it for the Lady Blue Raiders. 2:20 left in the first half. Her shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound, and it is good. So tie game here, 23-all, as Jaden Lee scores for the Blue Raiders. 2:10 left in the first half here, as Demetrius Strickland has it as the top of the key, trying to direct the offense there. As Ayana Porter has it, decides to take a 3-point shot up, no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Jaden Lee. I'll tell you what here, the length of the Lady Blue Raiders might be a problem for the Lady Wildcats here on the boards, offensively and defensively.
Well, obviously length is going to be an issue in basketball for a lot of teams, but I think as long as the